Going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still...
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
They try again with Cook. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2 yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Wide, get wide. Shift.
Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down, Raiders.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and long here for Rosen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take their first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, this is Madison. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Cousins will throw it. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. From the red zone now, Cousins. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
You got 4 down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He can run for it, and he will. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 2 brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run inside with the fullback Ham. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Fighting through it, he's got space. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
942. Pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
942, 942.
Again, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Cousins. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And Diggs has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cleveland Farrell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Going to run with Madison again. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Check tight.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the third.
Makes the score Raiders 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm coming for you.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw it is Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Throwing is Cousins. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Check, 42's the mark. Check, 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 check.
Another carry now for Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it with Madison. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Hey, 382, last 50.
On first down, Abdullah. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Cousins now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, receiver. Hey, wahoo!
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, we're good.
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Watch the run. 42's the mic, boys, 42. 42's the mic.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Richard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That's complete to Richard, the running back. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now is Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Madison. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Bailey's kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.